What's good? What's good, y'all? This is Cril from Out the Box. I am doing a quick live video tonight. Usually you don't see me go live like that, but tonight I'm doing a live because I got a bunch of announcements to make. So to anyone out there tuning in, I appreciate y'all for taking the time to catch this video because got a bunch of announcements to make. Yeah. So few things to bring to you guys attention. First of all, how you guys doing? It's been a little while since I've been here on a live stream. Very, very impromptu. I didn't plan this one out, but a lot of things are happening with the Out the Box Media platform right now that I just really want to bring you guys up to speed with. This is Krill from Out the Box. Thank you to everyone that has been following us on Instagram, on Twitter, obviously X now, right? Is the platform. Also, if you've been checking out the blog site, outtheboxmedia.com, thank you for that as well. Let me know if you guys hear me. Um, Let me know if you can hear me well. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on here real quick because I have a few things I wanted to announce in regards to things happening with Out the Box Media. The first thing I want to say is that I have a YouTube channel called Out the Box Media. Same name, right? That a lot of you that are tuning in or have been watching me through Out the Box TV, the other YouTube channel, you probably are not aware of that, right? Some of you all probably are aware. But I have another channel called Out the Box Media where I've been posting a lot of videos lately. Okay. I think the last time we did a show with my brothers A Level and Mark, I think it was the Common review on the Common and Pete Rock album. I had encouraged a lot of the people viewing in the beginning of that video. I made an announcement in the beginning of the video to make sure you guys come over to the new channel, Out the Box Media. It's not that new, it's been around for a few years now, but a lot of my content is now being put on that channel. And I'm making that a deliberate decision because there's a few reasons, but the main reason is that I'm not able to monetize the Out the Box TV channel like that. So I really can't monetize it. So the reason why I'm encouraging y'all to come over to Out the Box Media is because you're going to be seeing a lot more content there, because that's the channel I'm trying to build up. All right. So if you are watching this video from that channel, right, Out the Box Media, OUTDABOX Media, and you already subscribed there, then you're good, right? But if you're watching this channel from Out the Box TV on YouTube, I encourage you to come over to Out the Box Media, that YouTube channel. I'm going to put a link to it in the description. Matter of fact, let me just bring it up in the let me just bring it up here so you guys know. So yeah, subscribe to Out the Box Media, that channel, because I've been posting a lot of video content there. One of the things I've been doing with that channel is posting lyric explanation videos, right? So I think I started it a couple years ago where I did a lyric breakdown on the Mad Villain song Accordion, and it got a lot of good responses. So, things have happened in between, and I had a lot of priorities that I had to take care of that I wasn't able to be as active on that channel. But as of the last couple of weeks, I've been very active on that channel. I've been doing a lot of lyric explanation videos. So these are videos where I will take a song, particularly a few lyrics from a song, right, from a particular artist, and I will break down what I think the artist is trying to say by these standout lyrics, right, or by these select lyrics, right? So I think if you are a fan of creative, conscious, thought-provoking, really just dope lyricists in terms of hip hop, I think you're gonna really enjoy and appreciate those videos. It's the lyric explanation series. So please, I'm encouraging you, if you want to keep up with the content on Out the Box Media, head over to Out the Box Media on YouTube. If you're looking at this channel right now on our Out the Box TV channel, which is a channel we've had on YouTube for a long time, that's the more popular channel because that's the one that got all the interviews, the artist interviews spanning over 13 years, right? I'm not posting much content on that channel anymore. Most of my content, 98% of my new video content will be on Out the Box Media on YouTube. A link to that channel will be in the description of this video. But I'm encouraging you to go over to that channel, all right? Because there's some pretty cool stuff I'm doing there with the lyric explanation videos. Now, the other thing I do want to make sure you guys are aware of is that I do have a website. It's called outtheboxmedia.com. Some of y'all already know about it, but this website has been around for a long time. You see it at the top of the screen, outtheboxmedia.com. This is my blog site. Almost every day, I'm posting new releases, hip hop, soul releases primarily. Okay. I try to post it to my Instagram and my Twitter page and my Facebook page, the Out the Box Media social media pages, so that you guys can know what posts are on the website. But I do encourage you, if you want to stay on top of new creative and conscious hip hop releases, as well as new soul releases, visit that website, outtheboxmedia.com. There's a free subscription on that website. So if you go to the tab at the top of the website, you can go to the subscription tab and subscribe to be a part of the email list, right? So every time there's something special that I'm doing, whether it's the monthly best of hip hop list or the monthly best of soul list, where I select a number of what I consider to be the best soul albums and EPs to come out in the month, or the best soul hip hops and EPs to come out each month, I send out an email blast notifying you of that list. So do feel encouraged to subscribe on the website. Go to outtheboxmedia.com and subscribe so that you could be a part of that email blast when it goes out. All right, that's important, you know. Now, another thing that's happening with the platform is that I have been recently doing a lot of music mixes on Mixcloud. Okay. If you guys are familiar with Mixcloud, it's a music, it's a platform, really like a DJ platform, where you're able to live stream live DJ mixes, and you're also able to post up your DJ mixes, right? So I've been playing a lot of like music mixes on Mixcloud. Okay. So I encourage you to go over to Mixcloud. Every Friday for the last 3 weeks, I've been doing a new live mix. Okay. I started out, I can't remember exactly what day, but 3 weeks ago, 3 Fridays ago, I started out with the soca mix. Now, you don't really see me promote a lot of genres outside of hip hop and soul, but I'm a fan of soca music as well. You know, my roots go back to the country of Trinidad, you know. So I I wanted to do something special and a little bit different, because when I started out the box, I never really wanted to be pigeonholed into one thing. So, you know, talking to my queen and also just my love for soca music and calypso music over the years, I decided to relaunch the out the box radio mixes that I would usually do on Mixcloud periodically, and do a soca mix. So that's up now on demand for you to listen to if you go to the Mixcloud page. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. But it's Mixcloud Out the Box Radio, right? So you can go check that out. The week after that, I did a reggae mix. So this was the best reggae. Well, let me just rewind. The soca mix was the best soca that came out. Some of the best soca songs that came out between the year 2024 and this year 2025, right? Because they're getting ready for Carnival this month. Then the week after that, I did a reggae mix, right? And my queen Talia Gem joined me on that mix. So we did a reggae mix where I did a best of reggae, particularly roots reggae and lovers rock reggae that came out in the year 2024. So I did that and some releases that came out this year as well, early this year as well. So that was that. I did that live mix on a Friday night as well. And that mix is available for you to listen to on demand as well. Every time I do a live mix, it's available for you to listen to on demand. Okay. Also, last week, I did another Friday night live mix where I did a best of 2024, best soul songs of 2024. So that mix aired last Friday. Usually I air them around 8 or 9 o'clock on Friday nights. I think the one last week was 10 o'clock, right? But it's usually Friday evening. All right. So that's something I've been doing for the past few weeks. So if you follow my blog, then you know, like if you're a subscriber on the blog, outtheboxmedia.com blog, then you know about these mixes. But if you're first finding about it now, then now you know, right? So tomorrow, well, actually, depends on what time you're listening, but it's Thursday right now. It's not quite midnight yet into Friday. But tomorrow, Friday, February 7th, 2025, I'm going to be doing a hip hop mix. I was actually saving the hip hop mix for the last of the genre that I do a mix for in this series that I just started. This is going to be the hip hop mix. So a lot of y'all know me for my knowledge and my experience with hip hop music, particularly underground hip hop, creative and conscious hip hop. Trust me, you do not want to miss this mix. That mix is going down tomorrow night, beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That is going to be on my Mixcloud page. Again, I will put a description to it. A link to it in the description. Okay. But if you go to outtheboxmedia.com, you'll find details about the mix as well. Okay. But that's going to happen tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm gonna go live, right? And I'm also gonna have an option while I'm live streaming where you could tip me if you want to support or donate any money. Let me actually mention this too while I'm here because support is always appreciated with this platform. So if you appreciate what I do without the box, I do encourage you, if you are able to, if you're able to. I know sometimes people have challenges. If you're able to, I would really appreciate if you can donate to the platform because it'll help me to keep things going. I've been picking up a lot of movement lately with the blog, with the mixes, and with the content on my other YouTube channel. So a lot's going on. And then I'm also working on my new EP. For those that don't know, I'm also a hip hop artist. I make my own beats and I do my own rhymes, of course, right? I'm a one-man show for a number of things. But in a few, let me just say this. Sometime early this year, within the next month or so, or maybe the next month, I'm going to be releasing a new EP entitled A State of Going Through. I released the first single on Bandcamp and it's also on DSPs. It's called Keep Going. That's my record. Me, MCing, producing. Okay. So the whole EP is going to be produced by me. The single that's out there is produced by me. I have a bonus single, a bonus instrumental that you can find on Bandcamp as well. Right. So I'm going to put a link to that in the description as well. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to hop on here and just let y'all know a few things that's going on with me because a lot is happening for Out the Box right now. All right. So, yeah, man. I just want to make sure that you guys are aware of that. All right. So, those that's tuning in, I appreciate y'all. Remember, a few things I want to mention again. Hold on, let me fix my screen. I'm getting used to this new setup. All right. So, a few things I mention again. Make sure you go subscribe to the new Out the Box Media channel. It's not that new, but for those that are watching on Out the Box TV, most of my new content, 98% of my new content, especially the lyric explanation videos that I'm doing, they're going to be posted on that channel. So I encourage you to come over there and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can you can be notified when I do a new video. I'm usually doing videos either once every weekday or every other day in the weekday. All right. So I'm trying to be very consistent with keeping the content going. And one of the reasons why I'm able to do that is because instead of me doing lyric breakdowns on the full song, right, or on full albums, which would take me forever to do, for a long time to do, right? I'm just doing lyric breakdowns on select lines from some of these songs, right? Or it might be select lines from a number of different songs on one artist's album. But either way, it's always going to be one artist at a time. And for the most part, because it may change in the future, but for the most part, it's always going to be one artist at a time and select lyrics from either one song of that artist or select lyrics from multiple songs of that artist. Okay. So do go check that out. And the reason why I narrowed it down to just select lines is because of two things. It allows me to get content out more frequently because if I do a lyric breakdown on one full song, it might not seem like a lot to the average person who's not done it before, but for me, it takes a long time. And I put a lot into making sure I'm doing this deciphering, right? So it's the same thing when I would do these artist interviews, right? With Out the Box Talks. One of the reasons why a lot of people appreciated the interviews is because I put so much time and effort into preparing for the interview, researching for the interview, producing and editing the content. That takes a lot of time. And I don't know if people understand the value of what they're getting all the time when I put that type of effort into my, my content, right? So it's the same thing that's happening with these lyric explanation videos. I'm putting a lot of effort into it. So if I tried to do a lyric breakdown on a whole song, let alone a whole album, which, like I said, that would take I don't know how long. But when I would do it for a whole song, it would take me a long time. And I want to keep you all engaged. So that's why I'm doing lyric breakdowns on select lines from an artist, whether it be from just one song or multiple songs from that artist. All right. Now, the other reason why I'm doing it that way, where it's just select lines, is because one of the things that I noticed about being a fan of hip hop and listening to hip hop is that there's so many times where I would be listening to an album or listening to an artist for the first time or the first few times, and I hear just one line, and that line is so dope that it makes me want to listen to that artist even more. So I thought to myself, wow, if just one line is enough for me to be fascinated, then it's enough for me to select one or a few lines as opposed to the whole song and take time to break it down, because some artists are so dope and so talented that just in one or two lines they'll have you sitting there deciphering the lines for a few moments, right, for a few minutes, just really deciphering it, trying to figure out what it means or being fascinated by what it means. So that's another reason why I said, you know what? It's going to allow me to get more content out more frequently, and also be able to decipher and observe and, really get to the crux of these lines one line at a time. All right. So I hope you guys are able to come over to the channel. I'm trying to get the views up there. I think if you're a true fan of hip hop, you're gonna appreciate that. You know, one of the things that I've grappled with a lot when it comes to being consistent on YouTube and putting out videos is what type of content I feel comfortable doing. I've never been the type of person that is like all about doing videos for gossip or just because everybody is doing it. It's one of the most corniest things to me. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's an issue for people that's been doing it for a long time and stuff like that. So let me take that back. I don't think it's always corny, but it just don't feel right for me. For me to hop on here every time because I want to talk about the hottest thing in the music industry or in pop culture. That joint just never sat well with me. Like I just feel like it's just it's just whack. Everybody doing the same thing over and over. And I know the algorithm, that's what feeds the algorithm and stuff, but it's something that I've been challenged with so much because I don't feel like I'm being my authentic self by trying to do that. Like I don't know. I don't know if that's making sense to y'all, but like I never was really excited about just putting out content because everybody is talking about it. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing the algorithm, the wave of the algorithm by not doing that. Now, there are things that come out that I do want to talk about, and you'll see me probably do lives for things like that. But just like every little thing, like every little gossip that comes out, as interesting as it may be, I just don't feel comfortable talking about it. I don't know. I might be jeopardizing, you know, the bag, by not choosing to talk about every pop culture topic out there. But that's just how I feel, and you know, so doing these lyric explanation videos, it allows me to do something I love doing that I feel like at the same time, those of y'all who are fans of lyricism, who are fans of poetry, who listen to music, especially hip hop, and you're like, yo, that was a dope lyric. That was a dope line that artist just said. If you're a fan of things like that, um, I think you're gonna enjoy these lyric explanation videos. So yeah, man. I encourage you to come over to the YouTube channel, Out the Box Media. Check that channel out. There's at least 6 or 7 new videos within the past week with lyric explanation breakdowns or lyric breakdowns on artists like Elzai, songs from Elzai, Ransom, Sky Zoo, who else? Homeboy Sandman. Then there's a few lyric explanation videos on songs from Mad Villain and the late great Ka, of course, the late great MF Doom. So yeah, man, my hip hop fans, my real hip hop fans, I think you guys are gonna really appreciate that. So like again, I encourage you to go over to that channel, Out the Box Media on YouTube, and subscribe there if you want to stay updated. All right, and like I said, most of any new content that I do is going to be on that channel. I'm only doing this video also on the Out the Box TV channel today because I feel like there's a lot of people that follow that channel that don't probably still don't know that I have another YouTube channel, which is Out the Box Media, where most of the hip hop content is going to be on that channel. All right. Now, let me also mention this because I didn't get a chance to mention this yet. I did create another channel where it's completely different from what I usually do with music. This is a movie review channel. It's called Out the Box Film Reviews. I'll put a link to the description of that. I haven't been doing too much videos there, but that's something I wanted to do starting the new year because I'm a movie fan as well. And I often watch, movies that really make me think, that's and also really entertaining. So I wanted to do something like that. That's something on the side that I started doing. And I actually have about 3 videos currently up on that channel. One is like a best films of 2024, my selections of that, favorite films of 2024. Then the other one is then there's about 2 other movie reviews on there. So yeah, go check that channel out as well. I'll put a link to it in the description. That's the Out the Box Film Reviews channel. All right. So yeah, man, I have so much going on, and again, Out the Box. The reason why I created the name is because I didn't want to be pigeonholed into one thing. Right. This platform will mostly involve independent hip hop and soul music in terms of the content that I share, especially on my website, outtheboxmedia.com. But I still do a few different things. Like I said, I did a soca mix a few weeks ago, and I also did a reggae mix a few weeks ago, and that's on the Out the Box Radio Mixcloud page. That's where I do my music mixes, and that's been happening every Friday for the last 3 weeks. So again, remember, tomorrow, right? Friday, February 7th, 2025 at 7 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be doing a best of 2024, right? Best songs of 2024 hip hop music mix. So these were some of the best songs that came out in 2024. You do not want to miss that mix, because that mix, if you've been following my Out the Box Media channel, Out the Box Media website, every month I'm posting up a best of hip hop list, right? So every month I do that. Best hip hop albums and EPs that came out in 2020, that comes out each month. I just did a new one for the month of January. I did it for hip hop and I did it for soul. So that's right now on the outtheboxmedia.com website. So go over there and check that out if you want to see what my selections are for some of the best hip hop albums that came out in the month of January, as well as soul vocal albums and EPs. Okay. So, like I said, if you've been following me doing that on my regular website, outtheboxmedia.com, then I got some really dope songs to share in this mix tomorrow night. You do not want to mix it. You do not, I said mix it, right? You don't want to miss it. I'm going to put a link to it in the description, and follow Instagram, Out the Box Media, Twitter, Out the Box Media, and Facebook, Out the Box Media, because I'm going to be posting information about that mix tomorrow as well there. All right. But the link is going to be in the description of the video. Again, that's going out tomorrow, tomorrow, February 7th, 2025 at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to be doing a live hip hop music mix featuring some of the best hip hop songs to come out in 2024, the best creative and conscious hip hop songs to come out in 2024. All right. And then after that, I'm going strong tomorrow. After that, around 11 p.m. tomorrow night, then this is Eastern time, I'm going to be doing another hip hop mix. That's a bonus for y'all, with some of the best new creative and conscious hip hop records that came out already this year. So mainly the month of January, okay, which is the month we just came out. So we're gonna, I'm gonna do the mix, kind of looking back at all the dope, some of the dopest records that came out in 2024 as far as hip hop, and then I'm gonna come back 11 o'clock tomorrow night. We're gonna do a music mix on some of the best new hip hop that's come out already for this year, particularly in the month of January that just finished. All right. So I'm hooking y'all up. All I need y'all to do is come through, right? Share the video, share the subscribe to the YouTube channel, Out the Box Media. Make sure you subscribe there. If you like the content, share it. like the post, right? And come over to the Mixcloud. I'm gonna put the link to the description, but it's mixcloud.com/outtheboxradio. All right. So yeah, a lot of cool things about to go down. All right. A lot of cool things. So I just wanted to take the time to do this video. Thank you all for tuning in. Anyone out there that has any questions for me, you could email me at outtheboxradiorep@gmail. That's OUTDABOX radiorep@gmail, outtheboxradiorep@gmail.com. I'll put it in the description of this video as well. And if you're artists out there that want to get your music on the blog, site, you could send an email. Also, another thing I want to mention, and let me just say this. Just know that I have the right to determine whether I want this, your music is worthy enough for me to put on the platform, right? But still send it so I could take a look, and if it's dope and I think it's worthy, I'll post it to the blog. All right. But also, I want to make sure I mention this before I close out this video, this show. I have a Spotify playlist. This is for artists out there, and this is for also people that just enjoy, learning about new music. I have a Spotify playlist that, again, every month I put together this Spotify playlist of some of the best songs that came out in each month, right? So there's one for hip hop, there's one for soul. And I just, within the last month or so, that really at the beginning of this year, I created a playlist for reggae and soca music as well. So right now there's a playlist for best soca for 2024, and it includes some of the best new soca records that came out this year so far. Same thing with reggae, best for 2024, and there's actually a separate playlist for just reggae of 2025. And there's also going to be monthly separate playlists for best hip hop that come out each month and best soul that come out each month. So a lot happening there too. I encourage you to follow that Spotify page. That if you wanna that playlist on Spotify, if you want to stay updated with some of the best new songs, creative and quality songs that's out there in those genres, especially hip hop and soul. So I could those follows I could definitely use. So definitely remember to follow that if you're interested in staying updated with the playlist, all right, via Spotify. I'll also put a link to that in the description of the video. Everything that I'm talking about today, there will be links in the description of the video, because there's a lot of stuff happening with Out the Box that I want you guys to be aware of, all right? But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to, make mention of that. All right. So I will catch you guys on the next video, and hopefully I get to see you in the Mixcloud live stream tomorrow. You can actually download the Mixcloud app if you don't have it already, and you could actually chat with me live while I'm doing the mix. So, but if you don't necessarily need the actual app to listen to the mix, but the app to me is way much better experience, because you could chat with me live, and you don't have to worry about listening through your browser, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, man. And the Mixcloud app is on the phone, just to mention. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for tuning in, checking out this video. I will catch you guys on the next video. Remember to go to the YouTube channel Out the Box Media, where the majority of my new video content will be. All right. I'm not posting a lot of new content. I really, if even it'll be a very little bit amount of content that I'm posting on the Out the Box TV channel. Most of the new content is on Out the Box Media. So make sure you go to that channel and check it out, and subscribe there if you want to stay updated. All right. But that's it. I think I said all that I needed to say with as much as I needed to say and emphasize. All right. But thank you again to everyone who's been supporting Out the Box for all the years. I really appreciate it. This is your brother Krill. I will be catch me on the next channel and stay updated on outtheboxmedia.com as well as via Out the Box Radio or Mixcloud. All right. Y'all have a good one. Take it easy.